We are ready now to listen to the words of the Holy Gospel, the good news of Jesus, who teaches us today about the importance of gratitude. Please join me in the Gospel acclamation.
My friends, the Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. As Jesus continued his journey to Jerusalem, he traveled through Samaria and Galilee. As he was entering a village, 10 lepers met him. They stood at a distance from him and raised their voices, saying, "Jesus, Master, have pity on us." And when he saw them, he said, "Go, show yourselves to the priests." As they were going, they were cleansed. And one of them, realizing he had been healed, returned, glorifying God in a loud voice. And he fell at the feet of Jesus and thanked him. He was a Samaritan. And Jesus said in reply, 10 were cleansed, were they not? Where are the other 9? Has none but this foreigner returned to give thanks to God? Then he said to him, "Stand up and go. Your faith has saved you." The Gospel of the Lord.
Every time we listen to the words of the Holy Gospel, it should cause us to sit up and take notice. And sometimes, individual passages kind of sideswipe us and turn our heads, and we say, "What? Could that be true?" And this is one of those passages for me. The cleansing of the 10 lepers. Every time I hear it, I just shake my head. I just can't believe it. I'm almost shocked at the response of those who were healed. So let's revisit that story. We have 10 people with the dreaded disease of the day, leprosy, a disease that disfigures the physical person. A disease that causes a person to be separated from the normal people. A disease that is considered a punishment for the sins of one's ancestors. And so we have 10 people like this, suffering terribly, who hear that Jesus the healer is coming to town. And you can imagine what they are thinking. Could it be? Could it happen that I could be healed from this terrible condition that has ravished my body, that has made me an outcast? Could this happen? And so they gathered, and they went to the side of the roadway. And of course, the people who were there looked at them with disdain and told them to move away, to not get near them at all. And they hear Jesus coming. And as he approaches where these 10 people are, they cry out together, "Jesus, have pity on us. Heal us. Give us life again. Bring us back to normalcy." And in an instant, they were healed. Jesus looked at them, and I have this vision of how this occurred. I'm sure that this has happened to you, that perhaps a speaker or someone that you know, you're in a group with them, and your eyes connect. And it's almost as if they see to your soul. This is what I pictured for Jesus and these 10 lepers. They were all healed. They were all made whole again. They're all normal again. They can move about the streets like any other person. But here's what shocks me. Only one took the time to say thank you. Now, I don't know about you, but I would like to think that if I were one of those 10 people, I would have fell to my knees sobbing in gratitude. So what if this were to happen today, and you or I were in that group of 10? And we know that Jesus is involved in a motorcade, the great healer. We've seen him on CNN. We've read about him in the newspaper. And he is coming to North Greenbush. And so we take ourselves out here to the corner of Williams Road. And as the motorcade approaches, we holler, "Jesus, have pity on us. Perhaps we are 10 people with ALS, a dreaded disease today, most likely in wheelchairs, haven't been able to walk or even feed ourselves for months. Perhaps we are a group of 10 with stage 4 cancer, with little hope for recovery. Perhaps we are one of 10 with the HIV virus. And we call to Jesus. And he tells the driver to stop. And he extends his hand over our group. And we are healed of ALS, or cancer, or the HIV virus. Wouldn't you like to be the one person who fell to your knees to say thank you, and not the other 9 that hightailed it up Blooming Grove Drive to tell their friends and relatives that they are well again? We would like to think that we were that one grateful person. This is a lesson on gratitude, and I think we need to remember that gratitude, real gratitude, has a whole lot to do with the heart. I'm not talking about a flippant thanks for when someone drops our lunch off or our forgotten keys, but real gratitude. And we French people have a wonderful proverb that describes that. And this is the proverb: La reconnaissance est la mémoire du cœur. Gratitude is the memory of the heart. Gratitude is the memory of the heart. When we see with the heart, we see differently. When we see with the eyes of Jesus, with the heart of Jesus, we see things in a whole new way. There is a story told about a young blind boy who went every day to beg for money, for support, and he set himself up on a street corner, put a hat in front of him, and he had a sign. And the sign said, "I am blind. Please help me." And so people passed by and they dropped a few coins in. And one morning a man passed by and he looked in. There was only a few pennies in there, in the hat. And he dropped a couple of coins and he started to walk away. But then he came back. And he took the sign from the boy's hand and he wrote something on the back. And he handed it back to the young boy so that everyone could see what the sign said. And he went to work. On his way home, he stopped and looked in the hat, and it was almost full. And the young boy, blind people, they have a very perceptive ear, said, "I recognize your step. Aren't you the one who stopped this morning and wrote something on my sign?" And he said, "Yes, I am that one." He said, "What did you write?" He said, "I wrote the truth. I wrote, 'This is a beautiful day, but I can't see it.'" Both signs told that the boy was blind. But the second sign reached out and grabbed the hearts of those who were going by and made them grateful for the fact that they could see and they became a whole lot more generous. You know, our religion, Christianity, is not just a set of rules and regulations. It is not just a compilation of prayers and rituals. Our religion, Christianity, is about seeing with the heart of Christ, seeing people, especially, in such a way that there are no judgments, there are no facades, there are no labels on the people that we see, if we see with the heart of Christ. And so let our lesson be this weekend to practice seeing better, seeing one another, seeing the beauty of creation with the heart of Christ. Because when we are able to do that, then we definitely will be the one who stayed behind to say thank you to the Lord for all He has given us.